Right, welcome to Mark Talk Sport Football Edition. This is all about Reading Football Club. Today we're going to be discussing not a lot has happened. What's happened? Oh yeah, Ince's fucked off. It's a great way to start a video, isn't it? So Ince's have finally left Reading with Noel Hunt in charge. We're going to go through the stats of Paul Ince as he was Reading manager. Fucking scared the shit out of me, that does, and I knew that was on the wall. So we're going to go through that. We're going to talk a little bit about Noel Hunt, a little bit of the research I've done and what he's done at the club before. We're then going to go into the Reading versus Burnley section where we're going to be previewing the game, where we're going to talk about the head-to-head, the forms of both teams, what we can expect from this game. And with a lot of you as well, have done a fantastic job on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I sent out a post. Don't forget to go and follow all of my social medias, which are down in the link below. And I put out a post saying, can you guys please do your score predictions for the game this Saturday? And a lot of you have come back, and I promised a lot of you that you're going to be in this video by me just naming what you've said and doing it. And at the end, I will do my prediction of what I think will happen. And then we will go forward, my thoughts on everything else. But before we get into that, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to share this with your mums, your dads, your sisters, your aunties, your best friends, your uncles, your aunties, anyone that you know, to get more of the word out so we can get more people in this community talking about Reading, talking about football. And don't forget as well, I have another channel, which is the wrestling channel, where I will be doing normally 3 a week, doing Raw, NXT, SmackDown, but we're doing a little bit different this week. As Triple H announced during the week that there will be a draft, I have done 2 videos on the draft. We're going to be doing a men's one and a women's one predictions, and that will be coming out very soon. So go and subscribe to that channel to get notification for that. But I am now going to go and sit down in my chair, put my headset on, and let's talk about all of the stuff that's happened and all of my thoughts, and then let's get into it. Intro, hit! Hello, welcome, good afternoon, done the intro, let's get into it. So I just want to say, before we get into anything, I want to do a massive thank you to you guys over the past few weeks. With the amount of views and comments you guys have been putting in the videos has been amazing. And I just want to say thank you guys. It's the reason why I've come back, is all of the support you guys have shown me. So thank you so much. That means the world to me. The points deduction video got so many more views than I ever expected. And the recent one where I've done a match day experience / vlog got a lot more views than I was expecting as well. New thing, I'm going to carry on doing that. And we've got Burnley coming up, and I will be doing the same thing for that as well, and going through the rundown and the same type of video as what I've done before. But let's get into it. I know why you guys are here. Let's discuss about it. Paul Ince has finally left the club. 10 games too late, I think, in my opinion. But let's run through some of the stats. As you know me, I like to throw a little bit of statistics for you. Today, we're not going to be looking at a screen. We're just going to be looking at my beautiful, beautiful face. But if you guys don't want to watch that and just want to listen, you can shove me on in the background. Just listen to it. And go with that way. As there's not much to show, I've just written a lot of things down, and we'll go through it like that this time. But if anything happens on Saturday after the game, I will be showing a screen where we will be going through the other fixtures and everything else that's happened in the Championship that will either affect us or help us. Right, Paul Ince. I think it's a little bit too late, but let's have a look a little bit at Ince's record at the club before I get into my sort of summary of what I think of Paul Ince. So if I look over this way, it's because I've got everything written down, and I want to make sure that I get everything right. So Paul Ince was in charge for 58 games with 18 wins, 11 draws, and 29 defeats. He managed to get Reading 65 points since he's taken over at Reading. But this is a big telling difference for me that I think needs to be looked at more, sort of brushed over everyone. In his time, we have scored 62 goals, but conceded 92. He has a goal difference of minus 30. Yep, yep. Like, how do you become a manager and get a goal difference of minus 30? I think if you become that, you won't be winning anything. You can't win anything with that. You have to have a positive goal difference. It's ridiculous. Um, in his time at the club, um, let's talk about the top goal scorers, shall we? During that, since Ince took over, the goal scorers were the highest goal scorer for Ince was Lucas João with 12. Yes, Lucas João, a guy that Ince hardly played, is his only top goal scorer. Anyway, Tom Ince is number two. Is second on that list with 11. Andy Carroll's got 8 in his time with the Royals. McIntyre and Hendrick are next on the list, joint fourth with 4 goals. Yaku Mate has 3. And then Josh Lauren, Shane Long, and Bugu, Tyrese Forner, and Kelvin Shalabalabum. I'm not even going to try and even give it a go of pronouncing his last name. So, in my opinion, he is Kelvin. Got 2. Highest top scorer, 58 games, is the person that's got 12. And he doesn't even play. He's not even in the team that often. How are you not putting the guy that actually scores you goals not in the team? Andy Carroll. I love Andy Carroll. I won't say a bad word about him at all. I think what he does, his fight, his desire, everything about him, I think he's incredible. And I think he's brilliant. And I think he's going to be one of the main ones we're going to have to sort of really lean on in the next 6 games, 5 games, 6 games that we've got left to really push us forward. Tom Ince is going to be a massive question now. Massive question. Signed a 3-year deal in the summer when his dad was in charge. Got 11 goals, most assists for us this season as well. Out now, looks like to the end of the season. There is talk that he could be back for the final 2. But do you risk it? I don't know at this point, depending on person in charge, really. In his time, he used 56 players. 56 players in his time at the club. And let's have a look at the people that have got the most under him. And that's Tom McIntyre, who got 52 appearances. So Paul Ince has been here, has had 58 games. 52 of those was with Tom McIntyre. Yeah, Tom McIntyre. Look, I respect Tom McIntyre. I think he is a very nice person, great person, really good Twitch streamer, good YouTuber as well. But by God, has he been terrible this year? Just left back position, not good at, can't cross the ball. Centre back, too slow, doesn't give enough yardage to try and get help with the team. Backs off way too much to invite the pressure onto him as well. I thought as well, and just all round game is not good. I personally don't see him as a defender. I see him as a central midfielder in that CDM type role, sitting in front of the back 4, back 3, back 5, however you want to see it. And I feel like his range of passing we saw against Watford in the FA Cup for Shane Long, he has got that range of passing. He has got that ability to dictate play when it needed to, and we haven't got to rely on him too much defensively to pick off the play. But someone who I feel like would benefit from a new manager and a new position in the summer, or send him out on loan. Send him out somewhere where he can learn under somewhere else, maybe a League One team, Scottish Premiership team, abroad, if a foreign league. I think would be great. Tom Ince has got 50 appearances. Yeardham's got 49. Tom Holmes, Lucas João on 46. Junior Hoylett on 45. Jeff Hendrick on 41. Joe Lumley on 38. Yaku Mate on 36. Tyrese Forner on 33 appearances, 32 for Mamadou, 30 for Andy Carroll, and 29 for the Longinator. By this list, what I'm looking at here is he has the set team that he's going to play, and it's not going to change. Tom McIntyre regularly in. Tom Ince, obviously creative and good going forward. Andy Yeardon, captain of the club. Tom Holmes. How Lucas Giles got 46 appearances, most of them must be in that second half of the season coming off the bench because he hasn't been playing that much recently and he's only got a recent international call up, got his goal against Bristol, set up a fantastic goal against Birmingham as well. Brilliant goal set up that he did for Andy Carroll for that as well. So let's summarise Paul Ince. Let's weigh the positives and the negatives out. Positives, when he come into the club, we were struggling. We were having the 6 points deduction. We knew that was happening. Paunovic left and Paul Ince come in. What he did in his time from then to the end of the season was steady the ship. Was to go in there and really rally them up into getting. The one mistake I think Reddit did was getting rid of Paunovic because look at what he's doing currently. He's going to be coach of the year at Chivas, I think, in Mexico. He's doing a fantastic job over there, and I think he should have stayed, and I think he should have been the one. I think with everything that happened in the summer, we're bringing all of the director of football in, bringing in all of the head of recruitments, everything that Bowen has done in the summer. If Paunovic was under that, I think we would be in a better position now than we would be now. Do you understand what I mean? I think if he stayed in charge, we would be in a much better position with this 6 point deduction happening now than we would be when now we've got it under Paul Ince. And I feel like the players he sort of brought in and got were experienced. There's someone that are not going to carry a high agent fee, someone who's not going to carry a high end wage because they've been there, done that, got the t-shirt, and now they're here just to sort of finish out their career. Shay Long took a massive pay cut to come here and to play, and I'm hoping he stays for another season to help maybe some of the young strikers. We need a striker in the summer, I think, because we are going to be losing Lucas Chow and Yaku Mate. But according to Ince, that they want to stay, they might sign and stay. Apparently, they want to stay. Happy to do so, but we can't have you on the wages you're on. You either take a pay cut with more incentives in signing bonuses or incentives on bonuses for positions we finish. I think that's the only way we're going to do it. Because if we look at the wage structure at the moment, we're spending way too much for a position where we are in the table and what we're doing. So I think what Ince had to deal with the 2 points deductions, fighting relegation in his first season, he done a great job. Now let's counteract that. The way he is in the press, in the meetings. I'll tell you a telling point. As of this recording, not one Reading player has come out to say thank you to Paul Ince. As of this recording. Watch me record this, upload it, and then all the players come out and say. But it got pointed out to me by Ryan, former person on this YouTube channel, used to do it with me. So isn't it telling that no one's come out to sort of say thank you to Paul Ince? I think that one for me is the massive telling point. We've got 2 fan bases divided at the moment. You've got the Twitter lot that are extremely happy that he's gone. The very vocal group of Reading fans that have booed and called for his head are extremely happy, as am I. We've also got the counteract balance of the people on the Facebook, BBC Sport pages, the Talk Sport pundits who have no idea what's going on but decided to pipe up anyway. They've come out and said that it's not all his fault. There's a poison chalice at the club. The whole board needs to be shaken up and rechanged, all this, all of that, and you can't blame it all on it. Yes, you can blame it all on it. I will not have that as an argument. It's not an argument. I am the most, I don't really know, the placid, I think maybe Reading fan. I will give everyone a long chance because this is football. And in football, you need time. Look at Mikel Arteta. Look at Jurgen Klopp. Look at what's his name? Steve Cook, and Nottingham Forest. You've got Brendan Rodgers, what he was doing until the end. Um, Sean Dyche at Burnley. You give everyone time, and they will come together. I gave Paul Ince time. We all gave Paul Ince time, and to all those people saying it's the board, yes, the board fucked up. We know that. We get that. We know all of that. The one thing I will say in the Bulls' defense is they have reacted well so far. Yes, they could have reacted quicker to Paul Ince leaving. I think they should have done it about 6, 7 games ago. Would have given us a better chance staying out. But what they've done is they brought Mark Bowen in. Mark Bowen has made this club more transparent for everyone. Not only has he made it more transparent for us, he's also got us. There's a meeting, a star event on the 26th of April. I will be attending. I will be videoing. I will be vlogging it. I will video as much as I can of what goes on in the centre. But at the same time, I'm not going to record too much because and then at the end of it, I will give my personal details of it at the end. So I will be going to that event. Yeah, so he's become more transparent. We've appointed people in positions that need to be appointed to for not only for now, well, actually, it wasn't for now because we couldn't do anything because of the transfer embargo, but for the future. We've got 2 people coming into the recruitment department. We've got Eddie, who is the most knowledgeable man probably of football. That's worked with Bowen before, and who knows? He's apparently going to be in the dugout with Noel Hunt to help him with day to day with the first team and then going forward. So, in my summary of Paul Ince, thank you for keeping us up, but you are not the man to take us forward. You are not the man that Reading FC need. You are not the person that Reading need right now and the person that Reading will need in the future. But you did your job that you needed to. Thank you ever so much. Now go and enjoy whatever you're going to do. I don't know really what else to say on that. It's just I'm trying to look for something while I do this. I just want to look at the statement because there was something that really caught my eye and someone pointed out. Here we go. Director of Player Development, Eddie Vidal, will be his assistant manager to Noel Hunt and accompanied by first team coach James Oliver Pearce as the management team, who will take the home dugout for the first time against Burnley. And then, if you are a wrestling fan, you know the end of this sentence means whatever. Head of Football Operations, Mark Bowen. I would like to thank Paul and Alex for their efforts throughout what has been admittedly been a frustrating and exceptionally challenging season so far. We would like to wish them well in their future endeavours. That's WWE term, if I've ever seen one. And this is the point where I look at it and I go, I don't think Bowen liked Ince, but I could be reading into it. He goes, the board will work diligently to identify who's best fit for first team club football going forward. A candidate capable of driving towards a healthier and brighter future. I might be reading into that too much, but made me happy when I saw it. Right, Noel Hunt. Let's get into him. Enough about Paul Ince now. He's off now. Now let's talk about the man legend himself, Noel Hunt. He was signed for Reading in 2008, which was an undisclosed fee from Dundee United, but has been reported to be around £600,000. Dundee did not want to sell him, but Reading and Noel Hunt convinced Dundee it was a good option. He went on to make 145 appearances and scoring 33 times. I want to do maths on this. So 140, can't spell, 145 divided by 33. So that's a goal every four games, basically. Not a bad ratio. After being released at the end of the 2013 season, he went on to play for Leeds, Ipswich, Southend, Portsmouth, Wigan, and become a player assistant coach at Waterford. He then went on to become a coach at Swindon. He become caretaker charge of that, managing 2 games, winning 1, losing 1. He's been back at Reading since February 2022, managing the under-21s. I've seen a few of their under-21 games, and they do play some really good, exciting football, and thoroughly enjoyed watching them. According to transfermarket.com, his preferred formation of managing is a 4-1-4-1. And I think I can tell by every Reading fan that's something we've been asking for. Not the 5 at the fucking back. If you're going to play 5 at the back, put 2 strikers and actually play them together. Not one over there, Andy Carroll long, and the other fuckers all the way over the other side. But what I will say about Noel Hunt from here until the end, no matter what happens now, this does not affect anything of your future at Reading. This does not affect your legacy at Reading. You are putting in the hardest position there is. You're put in charge of a team that needs to be going for it. The only way you could do it is if the same thing happens under your leadership that it does on Paul Ince. I will look at it a little bit differently. All I want to see, this club give a shit. Again, these club give a shit with the players on the pitch. Not what happened against Birmingham when it got to about the 80th minute and we still weren't pressing, still weren't going for it, and still were defending. I don't want to see that. I want to see in the 90th minute fucking Andy Carroll going for a 2-footed lunge to try and get a ball, or see a defender going up front, or just seeing something. We need to see something different, and it's down to you to get those players going where they are capable of doing it. It is just getting you to get to that level and getting them to do it. Right. Had to go and sort some stuff out, but as you can tell by the magic of editing, back again. Right. So I thought this would be quite fun to see what the next permanent manager is. So I went on some odds pages to have a look. Some of the names are brilliant. Carl Robinson is apparently favourite. Apparently what he'd done at Oxford United is probably not the greatest. Noel Hunt is 2-1 on to keep it permanently. Ian Evatt, Neil Craigley, Nathan Jones. I want Nathan Jones. I think he's good. John O'Shea could come back. Danny Cowley, Ian Evatt, who's currently the Bolton manager and fighting for the playoffs. Neil, he's in it again. I've done him twice for some reason. And then this is the fun ones I found, right? I found 3 fun ones who I found. I wet myself with laughter reading this. Scott Parker, Stephen Gerrard, Graham Potter. Graham Potter, who just managed Chelsea, got Brighton all the way up at the table, is going to take the Reading job. That did wet me. Stephen Gerrard. I would love Stephen Gerrard just because it's Stephen Gerrard. And I would like Scott Parker because what he did at Bournemouth. I think he could do a great job. But as I say, and I also saw a report as well that I put on TikTok and on there that Fabio Cannavaro could be an option. You know, Fabio Cannavaro. If we get Fabio Cannavaro, I'm going to wet myself. Former World Cup winning captain, managing Poxy Reading. Brilliant, isn't it? You can't make this stuff up half the time. You can, because he probably is not true whatsoever. But yeah, so yeah, manager rumours. I haven't got a preferred choice at the moment. I'm going to wait to the end of the season to see how Noel Hunt does, whether I think he should get it permanently or not. And then after that, I will then say who I think should be in charge. If I had to choose right now, and if I was put on the spot, I'd give it to Nathan Jones. I think what he did at Luton with a very limited budget and his attacking play style as well, I think could suit Reading really well and get behind the managers. But we've also just had one manager that says that even Jurgen Klopp and Pep Guardiola couldn't get the best out of these players. Yeah, Paul had said that in an interview. Just if Man City get to the Champions League final and they've lost the Premier League by then, put Pep Guardiola in charge for 2 games. That's what I'm saying. Put him in goal for 2 games. Put him in manager 2 games. Loan us 2 games. See if he can actually do it. Yeah, it'd be brilliant. Anyway, Let's move on to Reading versus Burnley, the head-to-head, shall we? Let's talk about their head-to-head. So Reading have beaten Burnley 20 times in their history, drawing 12, losing 12. In the previous 6 meetings, let's go back to the 17th of February 2012. We beat them 1-0. 5th of October 2013, we lost 2-1. 3rd of May 2014, we drew 2-2. In 2015, we beat them 2-1. And in 2016, we drew 0-0. And then the previous game, which we should have got a penalty and never got, but it would have been a draw, and then they went up the other end to score. It is Burnley beat us 2-1. So let's talk about Burnley, shall we? And let's talk about their form. Let's talk about their recent form. So, in the previous 6 games, they have beaten Wigan 3-0. Then they beat Hull 3-1. Lost to Man City in the FA Cup 6-0. But to be fair, you went up against Haaland. And anyone could tell you, you go up against Haaland, you're going to concede. You drew 0-0 with Burnley. Beat Middlesbrough 2-1. That was a good game as well. I watched that one. And recently beat Sheffield United 2-0. When their goalkeeper got sent off after getting promoted. So in the form table, Burnley are second in the form table behind Preston, who we just lost to the other day. They've won 4, drawn 2, scored 10, conceding 2, have a goal difference of +8 with 14 points. Reading are 19th in that table, who have 1, 2. I think that's our home form. That's our home form. Sorry, our home form. In that table, we are 23rd. Playing 6, not winning, drawing 3, losing 3, scoring 5, conceding 8, with a goal difference of -3, with only 3 points. So with our home form, we are 19th in the table. Played 6, drawn 2, won 2, lost 2. With a goal difference of +1 with 8 points. And Burnley's away form. Fuck me. They've played 6, won 4, drawn 2. They are first in the away form. God, this is going to be a long game. Right, as I said, we've had a lot of predictions done, a lot. So we're going to go through them, and thank you guys ever so much. I said that anyone that comments on the post or Facebook pages, on our Facebook page, on our Twitter, and on Instagram, the comments that they have made, I will read out their name and I will say their score prediction. So let's go through the Twitter side first. Gareth has put a 2-0 Burnley. Charlie has put 1-1. Math has put 2-1 Reading win. Billy has done 2-2. Aidan's gone for a 4-0 Burnley win. Adam has gone for a 2-1 Burnley win. David Andrews, a good friend of the show, done a lot of fuss for it over when we were doing it before, and on Instagram as well, has gone for 2-2, but hoping we will win. Max Ashley's put a 1-1. Tom Mahoney, good friend of the show so far, done a lot of predictions for us, has gone for a 3-1 loss. Now, some Facebook and Instagram comments. Andy Tennant has put 2-2. Tom McNelly on Facebook has put 2-1. Phil, I do apologise. I'm going to try and get this right. Okay, Phil. Phil Cassetti. Let me know in the comments if I did that right. 5-0 Burnley. That's a bit probably right. Jamie Younger on Instagram has put a 2-0 Burnley win, but hopes he is wrong. Andy May on Facebook has put a 2-0 Reading win. Charlie has put, his name's Charlie, on Facebook, put a 1-0 Reading win. Matt Millard on Facebook put a 1-0 Reading. Alan Lovegrove has put 1-1. Joe, who I think is having a bad day, Joe Finwook has put 18-0 Burnley. You must be fun at parties. Isaac Mintz has put 3-2 Reading. Willie Joes has put 6-0 Burnley. And David Allen on Facebook has also put 3-0 Burnley, but knowing Reading, we might win this one. Others from Facebook, Keith Emmett put 3-0 Burnley. Andre De Cruz put 2-0 Burnley. John Dixon, 2-1 Reading. Shinad Harris, I do apologise if I butchered your name, but yeah. Andrew Advark Costin put 1-1. Gary Stokes has put 4-1 Burnley. And Tony Grigsby, is that how you say Grigsby? Grigsby? I'm going American now. Has put 2-2 and wave. Hello. Hope you're well. Thank you guys ever so much. We'll go see who the winner is of the predictions. You don't get anything but from my love. That's all you need. But for me, I'm going to go for a hopeful 2-1 win, expecting a 3-0 loss, most probably a 1-1. So basically, I've covered all boundary. Everything's on the table. So yes, so we've gone through it. Let's have a quick run through what we've done today so you guys remember. All of about the stats about Paul Ince. Positives, negatives, we've gone through them. Noel Hunt in charge. The next managers that could be in charge of Reading are the betting odds. The home and away form and the form of Burnley and everyone's predictions who have been absolutely superb. And thank you guys ever so much. So that will be it for me. The next time you see me will be in the Matchday Experience on this channel. Matchday Experience for Reading. I will be doing like a vlog type, doing all of the stuff that we did last time. And then at the end, I'll be home in this chair with this headset doing a review of everything over that. But before you go, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and go and check out all of our social medias. The link is in the description down below. And don't forget as well that we have another channel, all things wrestling related. And I love to have both people on both sides come and join together. But with that, that's me done. And thank you guys ever so much. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. Up the ding.